Yay! First things first, you all know that I'm a great fan of Egypt and that I've always wanted to visit the pyramids. So today in the mail, a t-shirt, well, two t-shirts bowled up actually. This is just one of them, but let me show you. Oh. You all know that I love ancient Egypt. So there you go, folks. That's my newest t-shirt. And it's the same on the back. Now, if you can tell me that for $8, this isn't a cool t-shirt, well, then I'm going to have to turn around and tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's from Temu, T-E-M-U, and it was all of $8. I mean, seriously? So for those that didn't see the first time, here it is again. My King Tut t-shirt, one of them. I've had several bowl up today. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I love it. Really happy with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I received an official mail. I received an official letter in the mail. And I opened it and I looked at it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming up 68 years of age. At the moment, I'm 67. I'll be 68 in August, which is not that far away. But I think you all know and understand that I'm no fool. I'm not a dumbass. I've got an educated head on my shoulders, and I can understand things written in plain English very, very easily without a problem. So I received a letter today from the Australian government asking me to submit to certain questions and details regarding my personal circumstances. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing you know about me is I proved the other night by showing you the tax details of my channel. I'm very upfront and honest and completely open about my financial situation. I don't cheat, rob, solicit anybody for any reason. So when I get a letter from the Australian government questioning my availability to receive the pension that I'm receiving, I just get a little bit pissed. So I received a notification today from that authority apologising to me for the inconvenience of questioning my sincerity. And the reason for that is because I replied to them in no uncertain terms that you are questioning me, a person who's nearly 68 years of age, who's lived long enough to know the consequences of what happens if they lie to their government and if they misappropriate anything from their government, which I have not, do not, and will not, because I'm honest. I'm upfront, completely transparent. And I said, if you wish to take, let me read this to you, ladies and gentlemen. It says here, and I quote, "We have received information that you may be receiving the incorrect rate of pay for your pension. We have received information that you may be receiving the incorrect rate of pay for your pension." So I wrote back to them and I said, not a problem. Fine. And in no uncertain terms, I told them to go fuck themselves, investigate me however they want, right down to my molars. And I actually put that in the I issued a formal complaint on the website. And I said, you can investigate me down to my molars. I am utterly, totally, completely aware of my responsibility to the Australian taxpayer for the wonderful assistance that they afford me in my old age on my pension. I have absolutely no, what do you call it? No instances in my mind that I'm owed it, or it is something that has to be given to me. I am completely aware that it is a privilege and an honour to receive this assistance. So when some fuckwit out there, and you know who you are because they know who you are, sends in information to the people that organise that and waste their resources, waste public service time, effort and costs on your vexatious, malicious, filthy fucking accusations that somehow GD is ripping off the public purse, I get pretty pissed. And in my complaint, I told them in no uncertain terms, have you got the details of this numpty fucking idiot? I doubt it. This is what I put in my reply to the government agency involved. And I told them that I am deeply aware of my commitment to honour and to be 100% compliant with the rules and regulations of the pension conditions. And go ahead and go through me and come here and rip shit and bust anything you want to do as to my availability for what the taxpayer is affording me, which hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Australian citizens are receiving in their pension. The same in Australia, New Zealand, Britain, Canada, wherever. We pensioners, we old age pensioners, are entitled to the fact that we've worked our butts off so that you can have whatever you've got. And don't doubt that. It's people like me that put this place where it is. I can't be responsible for the numpties in fucking public service who ruined it. The idiots that we elect. But ladies and gentlemen, so I told these people, I demand to know who the fuck with this source of information you have is. I demand to know that. So I can take legal action against them when you find out in your investigation that it's completely false and that they're full of shit and that they're just malicious assholes. And I said, if this is from a source of information that is identifiable, I demand that you give me that information so that I can sue them for slander and defamation. Well, of course, that's going to go down like a lead brick because I told them I'm not intimidated by you people. Don't fucking send me fucking bullshit letters on some anonymous fucking complaint that somehow I'm doing something wrong, because that's slander. You are slandering me without any proof. And I won't fucking stand for it. So this guy that fucking signed the letter down the bottom here, or whoever signed the letter down the bottom here, National Manager, Payment Assurance Ops Services Australia, there's no signature, there's no name, there's no nothing, because they know damn well that if they put their name to it, I could take their ass to the fucking cleaners through the courts of New South Wales. And that's exactly what I'll fucking do. Now, the other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we have a system in Australia called the Freedom of Information Act. And they clearly state here, we have received information that you may be receiving the incorrect rate of disability support pension. So that means that somebody out there, and it's probably one of you, has fucking made this vexatious complaint. And that's what I said to them. Have you got their name? Have you got their address? Have you got their phone number, their email address, their contact details? No, you probably haven't. But you fucking act on this rubbish because these people hold your leash and rubbish the fuck out of people like me just to be vexatious, malicious, and stupid. Well, you owe me a fucking apology. I will be fucking. You can rip shit and bust anything out of me for whatever you want to do. Not a problem. Isn't it funny how you gutless little numpties can't do it to my face? You pathetic, sad, ignorant fucking nobodies who have to do it anonymously, maliciously, viciously behind my back. I'll take you on face to face. I don't make stories up about people behind their back. I will front them. So it is, it's foreign to me. It really is. It's foreign to me that there are people out there who can be so gutless and so cowardly and so malicious and so just rat-faced bastards that they do this sort of thing. But that's the world, ladies and gentlemen. Because you know why? Because GD buys a fridge. Oh, I just got the cost price for the fridge for my friend in Cebu Day, 12,999 pesos. And I will be sending that money off to him on Monday because Western Union's closed over the weekend. And I'm happy to send that money to him so that he and his family have a fridge. And then my mate here in Australia, $380, which is, hang on, let me work that out in pesos. 380 times 40 equals, that's another 15,200. So 15,200 plus 14,999 equals, so that's 30,000 pesos this week that I've given away. And is that why these people are doing this? Is that why they're calling up our authorities saying that GD Meat is ripping off the government? No, I save money out of my pension because I can. And I've got no problem with that. Seems that somebody out there has got a real deep problem with that because they're sitting in grandma's basement masturbating their fantasies about going to the Philippines that they will never, ever achieve, and are pissed off that a guy like me has got enough money to fucking give away to people that they can't afford themselves to get off their ass and go and do something. Fucking love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, GD is... I've demanded that once they sort this out, that they either give me the identity of the complainant or I will seek it through freedom of information. And I will. I will find out who contacted the authorities of our country and said GD's ripping off the authority. And I will find out who they are, one way or the other. I'm not going to let it rest. Nobody fucking turns around and calls me a cheat and gets away with it. I will use every means at my availability to find these fucking assholes and to take them to task. And I will make sure that the authorities know that the next time these numpties fucking contact them, that they are in line for being fucking arrested for wasting public service fucking funds, time, and effort. Hey, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. Fuck with GD. Fine. You're not going to win. You're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to be listed as a complete and utter total fuckwit that you are. Go fuck yourself. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye. Siggy, siggy. Ooh, ooh.